and still is complicated, figuring out the plot. And I'm not going to try and figure it out now. It's too late. The film's a success. It's a big cult film. I'm happy. Close-up of the floorboards being pounded, a crescendo. Michael screams. He's having nightmares. I mean, the good thing about nightmares in a horror movie, as you know, is it lets the director basically do anything. Because it's a nightmare, right? So there are no rules. Will you let me sleep? This is on page 28. Michael's freaking out. He sees the black pit in the basement, the black pit in that house. And he goes down and he says, I know who you are. Well, that beats me and beats a lot of other people because we don't really know who he is. And then the cops and the Magnificent Five or Six, who are chasing everyone down, which is R.G. Armstrong and Elgue Jones and that cast of Peckinpah stalwarts. They're all walking around with torches down here, and then they see a skull. Scene 169, page 94. Now those page numbers, by the way, I think they refer to the script, obviously, and because the script changed, they're probably a little bit inaccurate, but this storyboard was from the first script. So they see a figure, a vague outline of a figure grunting, gnawing, and almost dark. That's page A1 in the storyboard. There's a storyboard here, a blast of light as the trapdoor opens and the silhouette of a dummy falling on the camera. A woman is thrown down. Now, I don't think that's in the finished movie, so that's kind of interesting for you Uber buffs. There were script changes. What a surprise. So Eli arrives with the cops in the storyboard, which is marked here, page 94, from the original script. Eli draws a gun. He goes down. We don't know what happens. You'll have to see the movie now, folks. And then Michael sees the house. Now, I did a great shot, which based on the Andrew Wyeth painting of the girl in the field looking at the house. For some reason, the studio didn't like that. They thought they didn't understand Andrew Wyeth horror. They get scared at any cultural reference. It's a little bit highbrow for them. So unfortunately, I had to cut that great shot out. Michael was posed as if in an Andrew Wyeth painting. Anyway, I'm turning the page here, and Eli says, nobody's left the gas station anymore. This is Eli and Caroline's POV as they enter Niobe to find out what happened to their son. Lionel Kerwin murdered last night. That's cover Caroline's dialogue. It's an instruction to me. Same time, the same night. So they're starting to unravel the story of what happened in Niobe, which is good because no one else really ever has. The phone rings. Michael's missing, he says there on the storyboard. Well, he was. Michael took off. And you know, when Michael takes off, that's bad news for everybody. Caroline turns, revealing scars on her back. Now, that's very interesting because I don't think that's in the movie either. And that would have been quite cool in a horror film kind of way. Scars on her back, close up. Nope. So, Yum Yum Donut and Niobe Outlook, we cut back to Caroline and Ronnie Cox in the village, in the little town of Niobe. And the immortal line, looks peaceful enough, says Ronnie. Well, he's about to find out it ain't peaceful. So, that's where this storyboard ends. Well, I think it's kind of interesting. My comment on it is I like some of the drawings. It's interesting and annoying for me to see some great stuff in there that should have been in the movie that isn't. But however, it's here. We're talking about it. And that would include the Andrew Wyeth painting that I filmed that was cut out. The scars on Caroline, which I didn't film, which I think would have been good. And I miss the bugs.